Hi Katja, it's a sunny day here in the green capital of Europe. How are you?
Very good.
Cool, cool. Happy to have you here. Can you share something about Fan360? Tell us about it.
Absolutely. So Fan360 is a platform for sports fans. We provide a holistic experience for sports fans, starting with a news aggregator that aggregates social media as well as traditional news outlets. And now we're upgrading this with a blockchain technology reward system where fans will be able to engage with other fans, share content, share photos, stories, invite their friends, kind of like a social media outlet, except that for every action that they do on the site, they will be rewarded with fan tokens.
Katja, what kind of challenges are you solving with Fan360?
Right, yes, we solve a number of challenges, starting with the mountain of information you have to dig through every day in order to get to what you want to follow, particularly with sports. As you know, we got hundreds of media outlets. You got at least 5 social media, and most of the fans follow all of them in order to see what's happening with their stars. So what we provide, we cut through that noise, and that's one of the big challenges that we solve. We want to let fans watch whatever they want to watch, whatever news they want to see, on one single site. And that's the first thing. And second of all, we provide a reward for the fact that you're engaging. You know, you're now sharing and liking things on social media. You're probably on Facebook or Twitter, and you do this every day, but you get nothing in return. So we want to reward you with tokens, and you'll be able to use those tokens to purchase tickets, for example, to one of your favorite games, or merchandise, you know, little baseball caps or t-shirts or things that you like, and things that will be specific to Fan360, as well as a special experience. And then I think it's another big draw of Fan360 is the fact that we can offer special experience such as meeting a famous football star or another sports star or getting a VIP ticket to a stadium, and that's another big draw for fans and a benefit that we'll be able to provide.
Interesting, interesting. You're not a newbie in sports. You have a quite a good connections and partnership already lined up. Can you tell us something about that?
Absolutely. We're very happy to talk about that. We already have very strong partnerships. We have Kevin Harrington on board, who is an early investor and a co-owner of the company as well. He's an original shark on this famous American TV show Shark Tank. Him and his team are providing great support to us, and we're also happy to have 2 sports star ambassadors, Gianluigi Buffon, who's been with Juventus for 17 years and just currently moved to Paris Saint-Germain, as well as Angel Di Maria, who is an Argentinian football player as well. And that's not all, that's just the beginning. We are going to be onboarding 20 more such football stars right after the ICO. We are already currently building partnerships with some clubs and expanding with others. So we have a partnership with RCD Espanyol, who is also one of the most innovative clubs with regards to adopting blockchain technology. So that's kind of a natural fit for us.
Cool. So you mentioned quite a lot of football players. Is Fan360 just a football platform?
Well, you know, it's been a great summer for football with World Championship. So football fans are something that's currently a primary base for us. And also the news aggregator currently just provides services for football. So we are going to be expanding into other sports, but first of all, we want to focus. We have great networks in football. We want to provide the whole ecosystem and then expand into other sports. And we are already talking to some of the others, potentially basketball or NFL. Yeah, it's been an exciting summer for us.
Can you tell me more about the token economics? Why exactly do you need tokens here? Can you do it without it? And
Right. Well, fan token is essential to our ecosystem that we're building. So essentially, I've been emphasizing fans because the platform is centered on fans. However, we want to build an entire ecosystem, which will include clubs, sports stars, as well as brands. Now, the offer for fans is very clear why they will want to engage with us. The fans get rewarded with fan tokens. They can spend them on the site to purchase merchandise, tickets, special experience, things like that. Whereas where you start to grow and become very big, and we're planning to expand very rapidly and have a couple of million users on the site, then you become very interesting for clubs and brands as well. And so what we will enable them to do is to run brand activation campaigns on our site, but not classical advertising. Because you can imagine, you know, we all get thrown these ads at us every single day. Everywhere you go, you have to click through some advertising. And I think all of us are getting sick of this, and it's not really effective. We get influenced when a colleague of ours from, online or offline says, hey, look at this product, this is great. Or how about, why don't you try these new, I don't know, t-shirt or sneakers, or this brand is excellent. So this is what we want to do. We want to enable the brands to reach out to fans on a whole different level. We want to enable brands to come on our site. And for example, if you can imagine Nike running a brand activation campaign on Fan360, how this would look like, Nike would throw tokens into the community and say, you know what, you guys are great, great football fans, let's say, and why don't you provide us with some of the most great footage of you playing soccer with Nike sneakers with your friends, yeah, and reward the people that engage with the brand in doing this with tokens. And in that way, I believe that people will have a better engagement rate for the brand, and I think this is what people respond to. They want to be able to contribute. They want to be able to contribute their own opinions and ideas to the brand as well. So.
As you mentioned me before, the summer was very busy for you and your team. Can you tell us where are you now and what are your plans for the next months?
Absolutely. Currently, we're in private pre-sale stage. We are planning to do an ICO in September. We are very busy. It's like running two separate projects at the same time. One is the ICO, which of course takes quite a bit of effort, and the second is the product. And we already have the MVP set up. We have the news aggregator where you can follow 8,000 football stars, and it aggregates news from 30 media outlets as well as 5 of the biggest social media outlets. You can also follow 3,000 clubs on this news aggregator, and you get to pick. You pick the stars and the clubs you want to follow, and it aggregates everything. So we want to upgrade this with artificial intelligence technology to really personalize the feed to each particular fan. So we're working on that. We launched the mobile apps on iOS and Android in June. And we're now seeing a large fan following as well, and a larger engagement. We are, like I said, we are in private pre-sale stage. We are going to conduct our ICO in September, and right after the ICO we have very aggressive expansion plan already. Like I mentioned, we already have a certain level of partnerships, but we're expanding. We're not just sitting around and waiting for this to materialize. So right after the ICO, we will onboard 20 more football stars for them to engage with Fan360, to endorse it, as well as create content that will be unique to Fan360. And in that way, I believe we'll be able to grow our following relatively fast. As well as we have very great links with exchanges. So right after the ICO, we plan to be listed in a number of big exchanges as well.
Okay. So beside the working product, more than 100,000 fans, awesome partnerships, you also have a pretty senior team. Can you tell us some more about that?
Yeah, I'm always happy to talk about the team because they're so excellent. The fact that we have such partnerships built, that already attests to the fact that we have a great team, because without that you cannot even achieve the level that we already have. So we have a very well-rounded team. They all bring a lot of experience to the table, which is exactly what you need when you're building a global business. We want to be #1 network in sports globally, and that's what we're building. So we have a very strong blockchain technology team. We have 5 blockchain developers that are already working on the product, and this is also why we believe we'll be able to deliver on our promise of a blockchain reward system extremely fast. There are a number of, I know, other companies that are, perhaps entering the space as well, but we have a really excellent team, and that's one of our key advantages. We also have a great communications team that is working around the clock to bring Fan360 to everybody, and that's now paying dividends also, because we've seen the level of engagement rise through the World Championships as well. So overall, I think we're very well set to complete our goals and to expand very fast.
Sounds great, Katja. So do you have any final words for the viewers?
Absolutely. Please follow us on fan360.io. We are also on Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter, anywhere else you could think of. And please download our apps and check it out for yourself. We welcome you to the community.
Thank you, Katja.